According to a recent survey, nearly 7 out of 10 Americans say they're spending more than ever on groceries and daily essentials. So here's a question. Why are some still shopping at Target when Walmart is slashing prices on the exact same items? Today, we're diving into 11 Walmart deals that absolutely destroy Target prices. And trust me, wait until you see item no. 1. It might just change how you shop forever. Let's count them down. 11. Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier, 14 count. Let's kick things off with a shocker. This exact same hydration box costs almost $8 more at Target than it does at Walmart. That's not a typo. Same brand, same size, same everything. And yet, people are blindly overpaying without even realizing it. Why would you spend nearly $38 when you could walk out of Walmart with the same thing for $29.98? It makes you wonder, how many times have you done this without even knowing? Rachel, my neighbor, drinks one of these after every workout. She swears it helps her bounce back faster. But when she saw the price difference, she felt ripped off. That's just robbery, she told me. And she's absolutely right. This isn't a matter of saving pennies. This is real money being thrown away for no reason. Think about it. If you're buying this monthly, that's over $90 wasted a year on just one item. So here's the question. If Walmart offers the exact same product for nearly $8 less, why are people still walking into Target and paying more? Is it habit? Is it branding? Or are we just not paying attention? Because when deals like this are hiding in plain sight, you've got to start shopping smarter. And trust me, it only gets better from here. Wait until you see item 7. 10. Mac and cheese. Great value. Let's talk comfort food, because nothing hits home like a warm bowl of mac and cheese. But what doesn't feel comforting? Paying nearly triple the price for the same craving. At Walmart, you're getting a box for just $2.47. Over at Target, you're shelling out $4.50 for what is essentially the same experience in a different box. Let that sink in. For the cost of 2 at Target, you could be feeding your entire family with 5 boxes from Walmart. Last week, I grabbed a handful of these on a budget grocery run. 5 boxes for under $12.50. That's lunches, dinners, even a backup meal for the babysitter. At Target, that wouldn't even cover 2. And you know what? The taste difference. Non-existent. Sometimes we overpay for nostalgia. But Walmart's version delivers the flavor, the price, and the satisfaction without the regret. So tell me this. Is the Target logo on the box really worth the extra money? Or are we just falling for branding over logic? These small daily choices add up fast, especially when you've got mouths to feed and a budget to respect. This isn't about cheap food. It's about being a smart shopper in 2025. And we're only getting started. Just wait until item 6. 9. Bottled water. 40-pack, great value. This one's easy to miss, and that's exactly why it matters. At first glance, Target's price might look cheaper, $3.49 for a pack of 32 bottles. But here's the catch. Walmart gives you 40 bottles for just $5.39. Do the math, and you'll see you're actually paying less per bottle at Walmart. It's one of those sneaky deals where your brain says cheaper, but your wallet knows better. Over time, the difference adds up more than you think. Think about how often you use bottled water. School lunches, gym bags, weekend road trips, stocking the garage for emergencies. It's not a luxury, it's a daily need. And when you're buying water in bulk, every cent per bottle counts. Choosing Walmart here doesn't just save money, it builds smarter habits. One family I know switched their bulk water runs to Walmart and saved over $80 a year, just on water alone. So let me ask you, how many good deals like this are you walking past without realizing? How many Target shelves feel like savings but aren't? This one's a quiet win for Walmart, but it's exactly these kinds of wins that make all the difference over time. Stick around, because the next item will make you rethink your favorite guilty pleasure. 8. Ice cream pints, great value. Here's the cold, hard truth. Paying over $3.50 for a pint of ice cream at Target is just plain ridiculous when you can get the same size at Walmart for $1.96. We're not talking off-brand versus premium. We're talking same creamy indulgence, same evening craving, just one melts your budget while the other melts in your mouth. And let's be honest, when your sweet tooth hits, price shouldn't leave a bad aftertaste. I actually put this to the test at home. Gave my kids 1 pint from each store without telling them which was which. No surprise here. They devoured the Walmart version and didn't look back. My youngest even said, "This one's creamier," and it was the one that cost half as much. Why pay more for a label when the flavor speaks for itself? Sometimes, the smartest choice is the simplest one sitting right there in the freezer aisle. Now, take a second and really think, how many of your comfort foods are draining your wallet in silence? This isn't about skipping dessert. It's about buying smarter without sacrificing the joy. Because when your budget is tight and your cravings are loud, Walmart doesn't just deliver, it wins. Stick around. Item 5 will hit you right in the everyday routine. 7. Basic tees, men and women. Let's talk about the clothes we wear every single day. Nothing fancy, just basic tees. You'd expect something so simple to be priced reasonably everywhere, right? Not even close. Walmart's everyday tees go for just $4.98, while Target's basics start at over $8. Same cotton blend, nearly identical fit. The only real difference? Where you buy it and how much extra you're willing to throw away. Before a summer road trip, I stocked up on a few tees from Walmart, half expecting them to shrink or unravel after one wash. But they held up. Better than some of the overpriced stuff I'd bought from name brands. Comfortable, durable, and affordable. I mean, why spend $8 when 5 gets the job done and leaves you with enough for lunch? That's the kind of math that makes sense to real shoppers. Now, ask yourself, how often are you overpaying just because of where you're shopping? Not because the product is better, not because it lasts longer, but because the store made you feel like it was worth more. This is exactly why Walmart continues to crush Target on value. And if that hit home, you'll definitely want to hear item 6. It's something you probably buy every single week. So if you've ever felt like you've been paying more than you should, now's the time to take control. Tap that like button to let us know you're with us, and hit subscribe to Frugal Daily for real, no-nonsense shopping tips that actually save you money. Not tomorrow, but today. 6. Tortilla Pack, 10 count. Taco Tuesday is practically a tradition in most American households, and tortillas are the star of the show. But here's the kicker. That same 10-count tortilla pack costs $3.29 at Target, while Walmart sells it for just $2.52. You're paying more than $1 extra for the same exact wraps. And no, there's no special flour, no secret ingredient. It's just a different store charging more because they can. At our house, we used to grab tortillas from Target out of habit. But when we finally looked at the price tags side by side, we realized how much we'd been throwing away over the months. And when you're feeding a family, those extra dollars matter. As my brother once said after comparing receipts, same tacos, different bill. I'm not paying extra for the same flour. That moment hit different and made us change our routine. So be honest. How many everyday items are you still buying out of convenience without checking where the better deal is? These aren't luxury products. They're staples, things you use without even thinking. And if Walmart quietly saves you money on those, imagine what it's doing across your whole cart. Stick with me because item 4 might be hiding in your fridge right now. 5. Shredded cheese. 8 Oz great value. Cheese isn't just a topping, it's a part of everyday life. From grilled cheese sandwiches to late-night quesadillas and Sunday morning omelets, it's something we all reach for without thinking. But here's what most shoppers don't realize. That same 8-ounce bag of shredded cheese costs $2.24 at Walmart, while Target charges $3.19 for a nearly identical product. That's more than $1 extra for the same flavor, same texture, and same result on your plate. It may not seem like much at first glance, but if you buy cheese regularly, and who doesn't, that price gap starts to sting. A close friend of mine recently started tracking her grocery spending down to the cent. She was shocked to learn that cheese alone was eating up more of her budget than expected. When I pointed her toward Walmart's great value brand, she made the switch and couldn't taste a single difference. Same cheese, better deal. That's a no-brainer, she told me after her first grocery run. And that's the truth. It's a quiet win, not flashy, not loud, but over time it makes a major impact on your total bill. So here's a question for you. What are you holding on to out of brand loyalty or habit, even when the price doesn't make sense anymore? Cheese is just one example of a swap that doesn't change the experience, but absolutely changes the cost. And these are the kinds of swaps that separate casual shoppers from smart ones. Stick with me, because item 3 might be hiding under your sink right now, and it's costing you more than you think. 4. Cranberry Juice. Cranberry juice is one of those things you don't notice until it's gone. Whether you sip it daily, mix it with sparkling water, or just keep a bottle in the pantry just in case, it's a quiet essential in a lot of American homes. But here's what might surprise you. That same 64 Oz bottle is $2.98 at Walmart, while Target sells it for $3.99. That's a full dollar difference for the exact same drink. Same brand, same size, same ingredients. So why are shoppers at Target paying extra for nothing? I was restocking our pantry last month and almost bought it at Target out of routine. But I paused, checked my notes, and realized I'd be overpaying again for no reason. That small $1 difference may not seem like a lot, but multiply that by how many quiet staples we grab every month without blinking, and the numbers start adding up fast. A friend once told me, same label, different store. Why overpay? It stuck with me, and honestly, it changed how I shop for everything now. So I want you to think for a second, how many items in your fridge or pantry could have cost less if you just picked them up somewhere else? This isn't about cutting back, it's about spending smarter on what you're already buying. And that's what this entire list is really about. Stick around, because item 3 is something you probably use every single day. And it's one of the most expensive traps people fall into without even knowing it. 3. Dishwasher Pods, Finish Cascade. Dishwasher pods are the kind of product you don't think about. You just toss them into the machine and move on with your day. But here's where it gets sneaky. Those same trusted brands like Finish and Cascade are quietly $1.55 the cheaper at Walmart compared to Target. It's not a huge hit all at once, but if you're running the dishwasher daily like most families do, that difference adds up. We're talking over $40 a year saved just by choosing the right aisle in the right store. A neighbor of mine didn't believe it at first. She thought pods were priced pretty much the same everywhere. But once she started tracking her receipts, she was shocked. Wait, why am I paying more to wash the same dishes? She asked. It's a fair question. Same clean, same box, just a worse price tag if you're not paying attention. And in this economy, letting your money trickle down the drain isn't just careless. It's frustrating. So let me ask you straight. When was the last time you checked how much your everyday essentials are really costing you? Because this isn't about switching brands. It's about buying the same thing for less, over and over, without changing your routine at all. And if you're loving these smart swaps, just wait. Item 1 is personal, emotional, and it's something families buy every single week. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. 2. Sour cream, great value. All right, I know what you're thinking, 2 cents? Really? But hear me out. That tiny price difference between Walmart's $1.97 and Target's $1.99 might seem like nothing, until you realize it's just another example of a much bigger pattern. Walmart isn't just winning on big-ticket items. They're winning everywhere, even on the small stuff you toss in the cart without thinking. And that consistency? It's what turns average shoppers into strategic savers over time. Think about how often you buy items like sour cream. It's not glamorous. It's not expensive. But it shows up in your cart all the time. For tacos, dips, casseroles, baked potatoes, you name it. And when even the smallest staples are cheaper at one store, it becomes clear. You're either keeping those extra cents or you're giving them away. Over the course of the year, those 2-cent moments start adding up. And by the end, you're staring at a full cart's worth of savings or a full cart's worth of overspending. So let me ask you this. If Walmart consistently beats Target even on the lowest priced items, what does that tell you about everything else you're buying? These aren't isolated wins. They're part of a trend. And when you recognize that trend, you shop differently, smarter, more aware, more in control. Stick around, because item 1 is where the list gets personal, and it hits right at the heart of every American family's breakfast routine. 1. Honey O's cereal, great value. Let's wrap this up with something close to home. Breakfast. Specifically, that sweet, crunchy, comforting bowl of Honey O's cereal that so many of us grew up on and still reach for today. At Walmart, it's just $1.93, while Target charges $2.89 for the same thing. That's a full dollar more for cereal. And when you've got kids like mine who eat this every single morning, that difference doesn't just hit the wallet, it starts to feel personal. I'll never forget the day I grabbed a box at Target while rushing through errands. It wasn't until I checked the receipt at home that I realized I'd just paid over $1 more for something I could have grabbed at Walmart without blinking. My son took one bite, smiled, and said, "Tastes the same to me." That's when it hit me. I'm not just saving on cereal. I'm building smarter habits for my entire family. That cereal bowl just cost me an extra $1? Nope. That moment changed how I shop, forever. So here's the final question. If you're overpaying for something as simple as cereal, what else is quietly draining your budget without your permission? These aren't luxuries. They're everyday items. Walmart isn't just beating Target on price, it's helping families like mine stretch every dollar without sacrificing a thing. Because smart shopping isn't a trend, it's a lifestyle. Here's the truth. This isn't just about spending less. It's about spending smarter and not falling for pretty aisles and overpriced packaging that trick you into thinking you're getting a deal. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one Walmart item you swear by that beats Target every time? Drop it in the comments. Let's help each other shop better and save more, one smart decision at a time. And if you thought these deals were good, you need to see the 12 Walmart shopping secrets you can't afford to ignore. Seriously, tip number 4 shocked me, and number 11, almost no one knows it. Click over now and keep saving with Frugal Daily.